Hello, I'm Metal Kiwi, and this is my Abyssal Sire guide. So, what is Sire? Sire is a very large boss, which you can do as a Slayer task. It's reasonably hard to kill, takes a long time to kill, and has quite a high amount of hit points. It is aggressive once it's been attacked once. It's very poisonous, has quite a high max hit, which is to be avoided, which we'll explain later on. It's weak to stab, has an attack style of melee, and has a very unique drop table actually as well. So why would you kill Sire? Aside from the very beneficial drop table it has generally, which you can make an example of about 600k per trip in cash, it also has a unique drop table where you can get the Unsired, and therefore, which is a 1 out of 100 drop rate, sorry. And from that drop table you can then use the Unsired to get a unique drop from that, which is listed below. Those items can be quite good to get, especially the bludgeon or the pet, so I definitely recommend doing it for that reason. In terms of the requirements, so you're required to have access to the fairy rings to get there, and you need a lunar or Draymond staff to do so, and the code is on there as well if you need that. You need 85 Slayer to kill the boss, including a Slayer task. The Slayer task would need to be from an Abyssal Demon task, to kill the Sire boss as an alternative. You would need melee, mage and range combat equipment, 52 magic as a minimum requirement to use a Shadow Rush spell. You need shadow spells for the boss. However, I recommend a lot higher. The method of killing the vents means that you need to have a mage or range method of also attacking those. So therefore, I also recommend that you need to have 90 plus attack and strength, 75 plus defense, 88 plus magic, or 92, which is highly recommended for shadow barrage and blood barrage. However, you could use lower end spells, however it will make it more difficult. However, you need at least blood burst, I'd recommend, otherwise you won't get many kills per trip. 70 plus prayer for piety, for example. However, higher prayer means you can of course use other spells, prayers such as augury, rigor. 85 range, this is also very useful. So in terms of gear setup, you need to have pretty much either what I wear personally or one of the things recommended here in this list. I'll leave it up to you to go through it, and I won't explain too much in terms of the differences or the fact that there's, for example, a top for melee and range. Just note that you need both, so just take all of that with you, and then in the guide you'll see why. So carrying on, this is my general setup. If I just show you my equipped gear here, stats, and my inventory. So as you can see, I use the Arclight, Torture Amulet, Slayer Helmet. To be honest with you, I wouldn't bother doing the task unless you've got a Slayer Helmet or Black Mask. I use a Holy Blessing, something I don't mention in the guide PowerPoint, but just remember to take a blessing, because at the end of the day it gives you an extra prayer bonus, +1 I believe. So it's definitely useful to have. Dragon Defender, which is something you need to go with your melee weapon. Obviously if you're using a blowpipe, then you won't be using it during that time obviously. I use Dragon Warhammer for spec. Staff of the Dead, this is not necessary, you do not need this. I personally use this just because I want to be honest, I feel like using it. You'll see why when we get to the fight. Anyway, so I take restores, no food, 4 stamina pots, super combat, and antidote. You may want to take with you more potions, for example, i.e. 2 super combats instead if you don't have the preserve prayer, which is what I use personally to make the stats last longer. Also, you may want to take this energy potion like I have if you've got low agility or quite heavy, because quite heavy right now, 42 kilograms, sorry, so it's not the heaviest but quite heavy. And it is a little bit of a run. So all you've got to do is run from Edgeville Bank to the Fairy Ring, DIP, or from a different Fairy Ring obviously if you've got it in your house or somewhere else. Then run to the appropriate Sire location. Now, you can kill Sire in one of 4 directions on this map, so you can go down this tunnel, there's another one sort of over that way somewhere, so it's sort of north, and there's another one northeast and south and so on. So you can go to various different locations in this one area. You don't have to just kill this one here, for example. This is the Sire lair. As you can see, it's dormant, so it's not attacking me, it's not doing anything, and it won't. But as soon as you attack it once, it will keep attacking you unless you stun it, which is why I brought with me the rune pouch, which has runes to use both blood barrage to heal later on, and the first thing, the more important thing right now, shadow barrage to stun it. You need a shadow spell to stun the boss. Now, I'm going to start fighting it just to go straight into it, and you'll quite quickly see why. So, firstly, you cannot attack it with rapid. So if you use rapid with the blowpipe, for example, to start attacking it, which is the start the fight, it won't work because you can't reach it, which is why you need to use long range or use mage or something else to start the fight. Once the fight is started, use shadow barrage to stun it. Once it's stunned, attack the vents on the side with, in my method, blowpipe, or you might want to use a trident, but I say I don't recommend that. I'd recommend using a blowpipe. With at least myth, I use personally adamant darts. You could use rune or dragon, up to you. The Slayer helmet does help now since an update with these events, so it's quite good to be honest on its own. Even with the adamant darts, it's fine. And then you kill the two vents on this side. By this point, these tentacles that will try and attack you will wake up, and if you go near them, they'll hit you like a 20-30 damage, for example. So you need to always make sure you stun the boss, kill the vents, and if they wake up, stop. If these little things spawn at this stage, I would just kill it. You don't need to be honest with you can ignore it, it's up to you. And just kill the two vents on one side, stun it again, and then with the shadow spell, and then stun the two vents on the other side as well. Once that has been completed, there you go, you can gear up and get ready to fight him. And this is a fight where he will start meleeing you, so as I say, I melee as well, and that's how you should fight him as well. I use a Dragon Warhammer to get his defense down a little bit, so I put up, I use Tyrannical Ring for the crush bonus. Always protect from melee. He can hit about, I think, 60 odd damage, 66 damage, if you don't pray from melee. That poison splat you just saw is his one of his special attacks there. Now, if you don't hit with your spec, by the way, don't worry about it, just keep killing him. You can teleport out and leave and get more special attacks, it's entirely up to you. I don't bother because you can hit quite good with this setup, as you can see, without that, because you've got high stats. So another thing to note is that poison splat. If the poison splat appears, then you need to dodge it. You need to be at least 2 squares away from it, otherwise it will still poison you. So if you stood next to it, for example, you'll still get poison damage. If it lands on top of you, it will poison you for, I think, 20 odd hit splats, and it does it incrementally, so it'll keep doing 20s until you move away. And it lasts for a few seconds. There it is again, so you can easily dodge it, and if you run back, you can easily dodge it like that. It only lasts a few seconds, and once you get him down to sort of a certain percentage of health, I think it's just past 50%, you can start this phase. Now you can stay between his feet here and keep hitting him whilst dodging the poison splats, because if you see they keep appearing, poison splats wherever you stand, and they appear every few seconds until the tentacles appear as well, and they'll also hit you. And what he did there was the explosion attack, where he will basically after a few seconds he'll bulge up, his belly will get bigger, and then he'll blow up. When that happens, you need to move away, otherwise he'll blow up and hit you up to 70 damage and you'll probably die. But once he's done that, you can then finish him off, and the poison splats will stop after a few seconds, so do 3 of them and then he'll stop. At that point, you can use, like I did, Staff of Dead, or no Staff of Dead, regardless, and use blood spells to heal off these many scions that appear. You can do it without the staff or with it, up to you. And then all you need to do is just keep attacking him. The reason I bring these stamina pots with me is because of the fact that, well, you do a lot of running, as you can probably tell, and that is the reason why. And there you go, that's it. That's how you kill them. Just to quickly give you another example, I will just start one more kill. Might not finish it, but I'll do another one just to give you the idea again. So, attack the boss, stun it. Attack the vents, as the tentacles cannot hit you while they're stunned. Then, once the 2 vents are killed, or when the tentacles wake up, if they wake up, for example, before it's down, the actual respiratory system event, then as soon as that happens, move away. For example, let's say it wakes up now, there you go, it's just woken up now. Run over here and stun it. And then you can carry on. Don't try and stay there and shoot it while the tentacle is attacking you, because it will hit you 20 damage, for example, up to 30 I think, quite often, and also it will make the vent stronger so you can do much damage on it, so just don't try that, it won't work. Then once you've finally killed all 4 vents, when that happens, see, so it's happened this time, see they've broken up. Let's give an example of what it will do. There you go, 22 damage, thank you very much for the pleasure. Once you kill all 4 vents, then you can go to the next phase again, so where you'll just fight him with melee until you kill him. Down to 50% health. And then at that point, you can skip to the next, go to the next stage, where you'll be able to dodge the poison splats and carry on. So you got the hammer hit that time, which it usually does, to be honest with you, especially with the ring and then Dragon Defender. It makes it a lot easier. So once you get him down to 50% health, it'll be fine. And you see those double tentacles in the back that just swung at me? That's a special melee attack that can hit up to about 60 damage without protect from melee, hence why you need it during this phase. Also, once you get past 50% health, you have to hit him an extra time, otherwise he doesn't actually die, unfortunately. Sorry, go to the next phase, not die. Make sure you play range in this phase from the little minions while he's chucking poison at you, and just keep dodging between the feet, because if you step too far to the sides, the little tentacles like that will hit you, see? And then if he teleports you like this, that means he's going to blow up and do that explosion, which can hit 70 damage, you move back, and then yet again, you're in the final phase. Then all you need is the Staff of the Dead, or not, up to you. But the Blood Spell, regardless, to heal yourself to full health whenever you want it. You can stand behind there to do it, or just do it running around, it's entirely up to you. And then just run past him and keep meleeing him. The reason I move a lot in this phase is just because of the fact that the poison splats appear sometimes and they can hit quite a lot of damage if you're not ready for it. You can just stand still and wait for it to appear though, it's entirely up to you. And then yet again, dead. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this guide and it was beneficial for you. Please leave some comments. Thank you.